Hey everybody, welcome to the 2025 Playdate Community Awards. I'm Paul Straw.
And some of you longtime viewers may have realized by now that I'm not your beloved host, Donald GovBubs Frazier. I'm the GovSub, Daniel Simon. Some of you may know me as Brit Rex on the Playdate Squad Discord.
Thanks for jumping in, Daniel. Gov has left some pretty big shoes to fill, but I'm sure you'll do great.
One thing that is making a return this year is the Clap Along app.
Folks who sideloaded Clap Along before the show can play mini-games on their Playdate to make fun animations appear during the awards premiere. New this year is that we've taken advantage of the Playdate's networking capabilities, so if you've allowed your Playdate to connect to the internet, you're good to go.
That's right. So when you see the Clap Along sign, that's your chance to show our devs just how much you love their work.
Let's go over how the Playdate Community Awards nominees and winners were selected.
First, the Playdate community submitted their favorite games released between December 1st, 2024 and November 30th, 2025. These games were split across 20 different categories.
The community picks were given to our volunteer judging groups, general, presentation, and technical. Each week, judges played through community picks to select 3 equal runners-up and 1 winner for a category. They also contributed to summaries of what they loved about each of their picks.
More information on the categories and voting process can be found on the Playdate Community Wiki. And of course, there will be official Playdate catalog categories for the winners and nominees. We'll have links to both in the video description. We've got a great show for you. We have some trailers for upcoming Playdate titles and our very own Heckhound as our musical guest to play some songs from the best soundtrack nominees. So be sure to stick around until the end. Now, without further ado, let's get on to our first award. That first category is Best Puzzle Game. The nominees are Cranky Cove. You may not find much leisure here in Cranky Cove. This bustling seaside town is always churning out wares for its insatiable horde of customers. Using the crank, you'll rotate 3 concentric rings to match the town's workers with their tools and materials. Put your multitasking skills to the test in this cranky action puzzler. Escape the board game. After being miniaturized by a shopkeep, board gamers Sarah and Alex go toe-to-toe with animated chess pieces, marbles, battleships, dice, and more. Featuring a story told via Caden Batrix panels, Escape the Board Game offers charming and challenging narrative puzzle gameplay on Playdate's 1-bit screen. LexGrid. From the creative mind that brought you Hand of the Divine and Juxtagram comes the latest Playdate head-scratcher. Cryptic clues lead you through the brain-tickling challenge of LexGrid's abstract puzzles. Think outside the grid. And finally, Match O 3000. This Balatro-inspired Match 3 game tasks you with commanding the elements in order to overcome its mounting score challenges. Stock your inventory with the almost innumerable items from the shop, perfect your loadout, and push for a new high score. And finally, the winner for Best Puzzle Game is Match O 3000. Congratulations. The nominees for Best Action Game are Catch a Diablos. A highlight of Season 2, this inviting pick-up-and-play title has you use the crank to ensnare your diabolical foes. Boasting a killer gameplay loop, charming character design, excellent music, perfect crank implementation, and a bonus cryptogram to decode in the Creature Codex, Catch a Diablos brings a robust and super addicting arcade action experience to Playdate. Overseer. Available free of charge on itch, this exploration-focused action-adventure game immerses the player in a world rife with platforming challenges and classic boss battles. Traverse an expansive world as a shape-shifting wanderer, unlocking new paths and abilities while uncovering a rich and colorful story. Say When. Joining the growing list of root-like games, Say When is a WarioWare-esque cheese-grating simulator that has you spinning the crank at a fever pace. Featuring a roguelike upgrade system, new abilities to help you grind to the top of the competitive online leaderboards, quirky characters and mini-games abound in this action arcade tour de force. Trackmania. A technical marvel, this drifty 3D racer puts your cornering skills to the ultimate test. Trackmania's 24-course campaign is an entrancing and exhilarating challenge, demanding both swift and graceful maneuvering as you skid around every turn. Play how you want with diverse control schemes and unlockable bonus features. Will you be the first to cross the finish line? And the winner for Best Action Game is Catch a Diablos. The nominees for Best Adventure Game are Chance's Lucky Escape. Chasing a thrill, you're in luck. Chance's Lucky Escape is an unpredictable adventure that follows the delightfully absurd antics of a dog on the run. Inspired by 80s cartoons, Chance's world is one of charming detail and narrative wit, featuring an original jazz suite to boot. Taria and Como. Far more than an enchanting platformer, Taria and Como is an empowering symphony of determination and justice. Through a spellbinding world with unique Craig mechanics and an ensemble of unforgettable characters, this narrative-rich adventure takes a big swing and sticks a perfect landing. Tiny Turnip. Reach for the stars as you navigate a vast mountain landscape filled with twists, turns, and secrets to collect the crystal vegetables. A brilliant and expressive adventure title that can't be beat. Wirewalk. This RPG offers a retro-styled adventure harkening back to the role-playing classics of the 80s and 90s. Making excellent use of the slide menu for easy-to-parse maps, weapon selection, and viewing inventory, Wirewalk is a treat, bringing old and new together for something that is familiar yet distinct. And the winner of Best Adventure Game is Tiny Turnip.
Next up, we've got Best Arcade Game. The nominees are Cranky Cove. For fans of arcade action, Cranky Cove holds massive appeal. Speed and precision are key to success, but pay attention to many intersecting gameplay elements to avoid creating the wrong products for your customers. The music creates a lively and fun atmosphere, the pre-level postcards highlight the charming narrative, and online leaderboards offer great replay value. Auto's Galactic Groove. A cranky rhythm game set in a charming deep space planetscape, Auto made a big impression on the early adopters of Season 2. A charming story is woven into this interplanetary musical journey, adding some world building to a game that didn't need it, but is better for it. All this amounts to a great arcade experience that oozes personality and entices players to strive for those elusive triple S scores. Say When. More cheese, please. Say When's frantic food service gameplay and roguelike progression lends itself perfectly to high-score chasers and mad cow dodgers hoping to prove themselves on the leaderboard. Shred your way to the top and become a model employee. Extras. Get some thumb-cramping arcade action in Extras. High-octane tetromino navigation ramps up in intensity as you climb the leaderboard in this simple yet addictive game. And the winner of Best Arcade Game is Say When. The nominees for Best Sim/Strategy Game are Carte Blanche. Enter the inviting parlor for a quick game of cards in Carte Blanche. First time? No problem. Your hostess, a crow named Blanche, excels in her thoughtful and engaging tutorials for each of the 5 traditional card games available. With its cozy vibe and infinite replayability, Carte Blanche is one heck of a good deal. Cherry Hill. Take the wheel of a big rig in Cherry Hill, an addictive trucking simulator where the contracts are plentiful and the only enemy is a 3-point turn. Chart your own routes across highways, collect endorsements to increase your rates, and keep an ear to the radio. There's a rogue tire at mile 189. Hablet. Rome wasn't built in a day, and with Hablet, that's the point. Place one new building daily and assemble your city block by block with the help of the ever-charismatic concierge. Play for a few minutes each day and watch your metropolis blossom. Ribbit Rogue. A dice-rolling RPG set in a whimsical storybook world, Ribbit Rogue is an action-packed adventure that's easy to learn and difficult to master. Sharpen your swords and strategy as you build the perfect dice deck to slay your foes and advance to the heart of the swamp to stop the corruption. And the winner of the Best Sim/Strategy Game is Cherry Hill. The nominees for Best Narrative Game are Blippo Plus. Blippo Plus truly delivers an unforgettable story with meta-narrative elements unmatched in many other forms of media. We're truly lucky to have this unique gem on our PDs. Outside Parties. Outside Parties is one of the creepiest, weirdest, most out-there narrative experiences on the Playdate. Armed with your Hellscryer K5, explore and hunt through the spectral space around you. Do you dare to open the door? Just remember, do not communicate with outside parties. Taria and Como. Far more than an enchanting platformer, Taria and Como is an empowering symphony of determination and justice. With its breathtaking art style and ensemble of unforgettable characters, this narrative-rich adventure takes a big swing and sticks a perfect landing. The Whiteout. The Whiteout excels at handling deep and mature themes with a lighthearted touch, managing to do so without compromising the sober and serious nature of the tale. The art style is cartoonish, but the themes are intense and dramatic. This juxtaposition is effective and helps keep things from feeling too heavy. A great part of Season 2 and a strong contender here in the narrative category. And the winner of Best Narrative Game is Blippo Plus. The nominees for Best App or Knickknack are Blippo Plus. Prepare yourself for an experience in a league of its own. Blippo Plus embodies what it means to be a knickknack, a genre-transcendent title you just can't explain succinctly. It's always-on programming, state-of-the-art channel surfing technology, and musical flair are so enigmatic, it's the type of app that makes you say, hey dude, come look at this thing. Crankboy. Pushing Playdate's side-loading capabilities to new heights, Crankboy is a Game Boy emulator that does exactly what it says on the cartridge and more. It's packed with thoughtful customization options and delivers mind-boggling 60 FPS performance for a truly high-tech, lo-fi gaming experience. Hello Yellow. Hello Yellow transforms your Playdate into a soundbite-sized communication device. Send your friends voice memos up to 10 minutes long and spice up your chats with a buffet of custom emoji. Its playful interface makes it feel right at home on the console, and thanks to its integration with Playdate achievements, you'll always have something to talk about. Strummer. Make music on Playdate with Strummer, a one-of-a-kind instrument experience. Pick chords to make your own songs, strung along with friends, or record songs for playback later. This app makes picking up a guitar as easy as picking up your Playdate. And the winner of Best App or Knickknack is Crankboy.
Hey, it's Cabel, and all of us at Panic are so excited that you're here to watch the Playdate Community Awards. I feel like I've said this a million times, but the best part about Playdate by far is the part we had nothing at all to do with, and that's the community. The incredible people making incredible games, keeping this system incredibly cool. And we have a lot of dreams this year about ways that we can get Playdate into the hands of even more people around the world. But all of those dreams would be nothing if there wasn't all of these incredible things to do with your Playdate. So I'm very excited to be here, and I'm very grateful to be here as well. And as I walk over to this window and try to lean awkwardly on the window frame, I just want to say thank you from all of us at Panic. Thank you for being a part of Playdate. Thank you for making cool things. Thank you for explaining the system to other people. Playdate is a weird one, but it's our weird one. And we owe you everything. So welcome to the show. Enjoy it. I can't wait to see how it all shakes out, and I'll be watching right along with you. This is the Playdate Community Awards.
Thanks, Cabel. We always love hearing from the people that make Playdate happen. Remember, if you want to learn more about any of the nominees or winners, check out the Playdate Community Wiki, link in the description. Now on to our next category, Best Soundtrack. The nominees are Blippo Plus. The fictional TV jingles and music compositions that round out this universe are endlessly loopable. Blippo Plus's soundtrack is an incredible homage to retro broadcast television and the music that shaped it. Otto's Galactic Groove. From cheerful to somber, the Otto's Galactic Groove soundtrack spans multiple moods and still manages to shine all on its own with its funky through line of impactful melodies. Taria and Como. An instantly engaging soundtrack, Taria and Como's rich, complex melodies and emotional cello weave a unique soundscape that evokes the resilience of the game. Tiny Turnip. This soundtrack is bright, fresh, and yet so nostalgic. It's the perfect backdrop for exploring the world of Tiny Turnip. And the winner of Best Soundtrack is Taria and Como. The nominees for Best Sound Design are Blippo Plus. Through its quirky sound design, Blippo Plus takes the audience on an astounding experience across planet Blip. You're often sucked into its colorful world through sheer audio vibes alone. Close Approach. Close Approach leans heavily into its sound design to give the player a spacefaring experience that feels both authentic and punishing. Outside Parties, with sounds that fully immerse you in a world of mystery. Prepare to be left creeped out by the feeling that someone or something is waiting for you outside. The Whiteout. With its crunchy snow and haunting atmosphere, the Whiteout sound design chills you to the core. And the winner for Best Sound Design is Blippo Plus.
Blippo Plus wishes you a happy Particle Days. Remember, particles are the medium and the message. Don't waste them.
Now it's the time in the show where we take a moment to explain why we have some split award categories. Developers have two main ways to make a game for Playdate. You can use the accessible web-based development tool Pulp, or you can use the full SDK or software development kit. Devs make great experiences with both of these tools, so we want to give each their time to shine. Now for our first Pulp-specific award. The nominees for Outstanding Visual Achievement in a Pulp Game are Coda. Coda excels as a visually stimulating pulp game through its unique environmental design and creative use of animations. Pine. With an intricately crafted and varied world, Pine's pixel art plays with the limitations of the Playdate screen in brilliant ways. Shadowgate PD. Shadowgate PD beautifully and elegantly distills the screens of a classic point-and-click adventure down into the pulp engine. And Werewolf Campfire Stories. With a huge collaboration of different art styles and artists, Werewolf Campfire Stories is a love letter to everything pulp. And the winner of Outstanding Visual Achievement in a Pulp Game is Coda. Now, the nominees for Outstanding Visual Achievement in an SDK game. A Fool's Errand. With a brilliant use of FMV video mixed with real-time assets, A Fool's Errand comes together to be a gorgeous visual spectacle. Robot Rally. From its animated cutscenes to its snappy UI to the little details you see while on the track, Robot Rally truly feels built from the ground up for Playdate. Snow. Snow delivers a clean 3D skiing experience on the palm of your hands. With a highly tuned dithering method, it's a treat to look at on the Playdate screen. Trackmania. Trackmania's 3D rendering looks great, especially with its different track biomes with unique visual details that make them stand apart from each other. And the winner of Outstanding Achievement in an SDK game is Robot Rally.
The joy of Playdate is often about the details, and one of my favorite bits of polish is how devs choose to launch their games. Our next category, Best Launch Experience, celebrates that. The nominees are Blippo Plus. From having to tune in the signal on first launch to the way the screen shrinks to a point, Blippo Plus immediately transports you to the world of old-school television. Escape the board game. The mood is set as the launch animation morphs between shapes, swirls, and grids, all evoking the titular board game. Overseer. Watching the fox run off the screen lets you know you're in for a world where there's more than meets the eye. Robot Rally. The boat leaving the launch card and sailing across the screen is a singular joy that sets up a charming game. And the winner of Best Launch Experience is Escape the Board Game. We're coming up on two special categories here that are just popular votes. No judges, just pure democracy. First is a new category for this year, Best Continued Support. This is to spotlight devs who go above and beyond supporting their game after launch. That could look like new content and updates, community building, hosting competitions and events, or whatever else our community thinks is worth recognizing. The games you see across the screen now have been nominated for providing new and exciting ways to bring joy well after launch day. All that said, the winner for this year is Spilled Mushrooms. Well-deserved, Spilled Mushrooms. That latest update was fantastic. Our next popular vote category is Most Anticipated Game. But before we reveal that, we're going to show some trailers.
Gloomgate. The action RPG mega hit is coming exclusively to Playdate. Fight against the seemingly endless horde of evil monsters and vicious foes. Explore an interconnected dungeon. Level up your character. Find magical items. Solve mysteries. And slash your way through the dark world of Gloomgate.
That is a fantastic group of trailers. It's going to be another great year for Playdate. Make sure to join the Playdate Squad Discord to follow along with these and other exciting games in development.
All right, back to our most anticipated awards category. We have Comet, Devils on the Moon Pinball, Office Chair Curling, Owlet's Embrace, Gloomgate, Wanderlust. You'll notice that we have 6 nominees instead of the usual 4 here. Since this is a community vote, we had a few ties. One of those ties was for first place, and that means our winners, plural, are Devils on the Moon Pinball and Comet.
Congrats to the folks at Amano and Team Comet. Gov, I hope the extra time away from the host chair is helping get us that much closer to playing Comet. We literally can't wait. Now our next award is Accomplishment in Accessibility, and the nominees are Lowlife. An impressive pulp game with a wealth of customization options, Lowlife is a role-playing adventure that leaves no player behind. Choose from turn-based or real-time combat and discover every last secret by toggling various assist modes that spice up every playthrough. Otto's Galactic Groove. Otto's Galactic Groove lets all types of players enjoy a tender and exciting musical adventure through features like a larger margin for error and automatic note pressing. An unmissable, adjustable playdate experience you have to try. Robot Rally. Allowing many ways to access gameplay, Robot Rally has settings to reduce the intensity of the crank movement required to paddle, simplify crank input needed for steering, and eliminate the need for crank input altogether and solely use the D-pad. These accessibility options are expertly implemented and offer new approachability to players with limited ability. Trackmania. Trackmania's control options offer the choice of the crank or D-pad for steering and an option for auto gas, which allows the player to do far fewer button holds during play. Abundant control options give the player choices for many other aspects of gameplay, making for a highly customized experience. And the winner for accomplishment and accessibility is Trackmania.
Now it's time for the Cranky Award, otherwise known as Outstanding Use of Crank. The nominees are Long Puppy. Long Puppy tosses you into a toy box world with one simple goal: fetch. Gobble up snacks and stretch your way to new heights and depths while steering with the crank. Its quirky charm makes it a game you'll reach for again and again. Robot Rally. The Playdate's crank becomes your oar in Robot Rally. Coordinating your rowing with your short-circuited boatmate proves a dastardly but fair challenge. The intentionally clumsy feel of the crank input creates a sense of controlled chaos while navigating robots' winding courses. There's no game quite like it on Playdate or any other platform. Say When. In Say When, you can finally fulfill your fantasy of overclocking a cheese grater as a server in an Italian restaurant. Wail on the crank to your heart's and customers' delight, but don't overdo it. There are some real picky customers out there. Tiny Turnip. Boasting one of the most unexpected control schemes on Playdate, Tiny Turnip harnesses the power of the crank to pull its way up the mountain. This novel mechanic is immensely satisfying to master, and its use throughout the vast world of Tiny Turnip makes it a worthy contender for the Cranky Award. And the winner of the Cranky Award is Robot Rally.
We're reaching the end of the awards with only 4 left to announce. This next category has changed a bit from last year, going from technical achievement in Pulp to innovation in Pulp to better reflect the ways developers are making the limitations of Pulp work for them to bring us truly unique experiences. The nominees are Lowlife, a small-scale adventure that hides an incredible amount of complexity both in design and technical execution, giving it a huge amount of replayability.
Shadowgate PD, a port of the original Shadowgate, stunning in both its scope and fidelity to the original title. The level of graphical detail in translating environments to Playdate is nothing short of mind-boggling.
Solar Descent, an adorable classic adventure game that raises the bar for both fully featured Pulp games and crank-based gameplay. Menus, maps, saves, accessibility options, and more give Solar Descent the feeling of a full SDK game.
Werewolf Campfire Stories. Werewolf Campfire Stories brings together a huge number of collaborators for an entirely new kind of Playdate game. It uses the new Pulp Switcher functionality to rethink what a Pulp game can be and does it while delivering a fun, quirky experience. And the winner of Outstanding Innovation in a Pulp game is Solar Descent. The nominees for Outstanding Technical Achievement in an SDK game are Blippo Plus. It's not every day you get an app that leverages the PD's networking capabilities to receive live streaming, crystal clear 1-bit video from across the bend. Throw in nifty AV effects, weekly streaming schedules, and more secrets than you can shake a U-bat, and you've got something truly special. All hail the new Static.
Snow, a fast-paced pick-up-and-play 3D experience that tailors itself well to the challenge that you're seeking. Snow is smooth, addictive, and a perfect pickup when you only have a short amount of time.
Super Agent. 3D environments that combine platforming and shooter elements, plus an array of bonus levels with entirely new mechanics, make this a fun, spiritual successor to Crash Bandicoot.
Trackmania. Smooth 3D, responsive controls, and a track builder make this game nothing short of a technical marvel. Add a tight gameplay loop and quick load times on top of it, and the result is an immensely satisfying Playdate game. And the winner of Outstanding Technical Achievement in an SDK game is Trackmania. Now, before we get to our final 2 awards, enjoy this last block of trailers. The time has come to announce our 2 Game of the Year winners. We're proud to announce nominees for the 2025 Pulp Game of the Year. They are Coda. You'll never be so grateful for a crash landing. Coda is a short and sweet pulp experience with atmospheric visuals and satisfying puzzles packed snug within an alluring story that makes this title impossible to put down.
Lowlife. In contrast to other pulp titles that exist as a standalone playthrough or experience, Lowlife is made to be replayed over and over. It does a fantastic job giving the player a cornucopia of customization options, nearly 30 achievements, and hidden secrets, including seasonal events.
Solar Descent. Solar Descent is a robust, top-down dungeon crawler made with pulp, brimming with canny puzzles and side quests that will endlessly enthrall adventurers. The clever gameplay integration of the Crank is genius, really allowing it and Pulp to shine.
Werewolf Campfire Stories. The first collaborative pulp game of its kind, Werewolf Campfire Stories is 14 unique vignettes, each created by members of the Playdate community, rolled into one hauntingly fun experience. Venture into a house of mannequins, dig up graves to break a curse, or sleuth out a murder in the retirement home. This is a game collection you won't survive without. And the 2025 Pulp Game of the Year winner is Solar Descent. And finally, the 2025 Playdate Game of the Year. Our community and judges have given us a beautiful selection of games. We have multiple genres, Season 2 games, games you can sideload for free, and games made by teams large and small. It really represents the vibrant community we have here with Playdate. The final batch of nominees are...
Cranky Cove. Cranky Cove features a frantic and entertaining match 3 system where, level after level, you learn new recipes for products, increasing the tasks you must perform as the small town you manage grows. This exciting story stays fresh with different special stages and a plot featuring a surprising romance and a mystery antagonist.
Blippo Plus. In its 11-week debut, Blippo Plus introduced a witty blend of nostalgia, downright wacky world building, and a genre-bending soundtrack that opened our eyes to Playdate as its own artistic medium. This wholly original title is jam-packed with absurdity of intergalactic proportions. You simply have to tune in to believe it.
Tiny Turnip. This expansive exploration experience gets a hold of you with both hands. Traversing the world of Tiny Turnip is a delightful challenge with music and sound design that punctuates the action beautifully. With its expert level design, killer crank implementation, and outstanding soundtrack, Tiny Turnip is one of the best titles of Season 2 and of 2025.
Overseer. Metroidvanias are having a moment on Playdate, and the community is glad to see it. Overseer is a lovingly crafted platforming adventure game with masterfully designed exploration and boss battles. The developer Stoff has released a game free of charge, making Overseer a generous gift to all Playdate users.
And the 2025 Playdate Game of the Year title is Tiny Turnip. That brings us to the end of the awards. Congratulations to all the winners and nominees, very well deserved. Make sure you stick around for a musical performance from Playdate Squad's very own Heckhound, who will be playing some songs from Best Soundtrack nominees.
2025 was a banner year for Playdate. We got networking, folders, Season 2, and so many great games. If you made or played a game on Playdate this year, thanks for being part of this amazing community.
As we start to wrap up, you'll see a list of our community heroes. These folks were all nominated by the public in the initial voting. Playdate wouldn't be the same without people like them. Even if you aren't listed here, just know that you being a part of this community is seen and appreciated. It's already been a hectic 2026, and speaking for the Playdate Squad team, we really appreciate you all making this community a positive and welcoming place.
I want to second that sentiment, and I also want to give a special thanks to all the community members who worked to make this event possible. BT stepped up in a huge way this year for everyone. Not only did he edit this video and update and maintain the Clap Along app, he took care of the dozens of hours of behind-the-scenes work that you don't see, tallying the votes, helping our judges, gathering trailers, and assembling all the graphics you see on catalog and social media. Thanks so much, BT. I also want to thank Wolfcash, who was a previous Best Soundtrack winner and joined us to make the amazing soundtrack for this video. Toad, who did an incredible job with this year's art direction. The Playdate frames and your rendition of the Playdate mascot are adorable. Thanks to Scissors, who made the wood bases for this year's trophies. And thank you again to my co-host Daniel for stepping up to be a part of this, and also handling a ton of behind-the-scenes organizing and posting this year. You've been a fantastic mod on the server and make the community a better place.
And finally, thanks to our volunteer judges. Every year is a lot of work playing all the nominated games, but this year we also asked them to contribute recorded game footage. It was a big ask, and we thank you very much. Of note, one thing that came up across all of the judging groups was how hard it was to pick winners this year. All of the games were of such tremendous quality and made with such love and care that choosing felt almost impossible at times. So a very big shout out to all developers, whether or not you won, for making such great games. One last tremendous shout out to Panic. Thank you for making Playdate in the first place. And thank you for continuing to foster the Playdate platform and community. We also love having you around in the Squad Discord. Because of their financial support, we're also able to make these awesome trophies and badges for our nominees and winners. A very big thanks to Paul. He will be making all of the physical awards and mailing them to the recipients. He did this last year as well, and it's a massive logistical undertaking and very appreciated. I think everyone loves getting a nice physical trophy, and we owe all of that to Paul and his efforts. So thanks again, Paul.
All right, folks, thanks so much for watching the Playdate Community Awards 2025. Please clap along one last time for Heckhound.
Bye.